Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this special time together. I do want to welcome you to our Wednesday night experience, Religious Science in Depth. We're sharing with someone the metaphysical understanding that spiritual thinking heals. This, the great clear thinkers of the past have understood. Where your mind goes, your world follows. So let's think about that tonight, that principle applied is applied through the awareness that spiritual thinking heals. Now, what is spiritual thinking? And how do we apply it? You see, my friends, the divine spirit in your consciousness is completely able to free you from all that would limit you. It is able to free you from anything that obstructs your freedom in any way and living fully this day and every day. Spiritual thinking. You see, spiritual thinking is what? It is right knowing. It's total right knowing. And if you let total right knowing be in charge of your thinking, feeling nature, all of a sudden you begin to realize God's intelligence at a whole new, healthier, happier level. You begin to realize the basis of any and all incorrect thinking, and you correct it. You may have had it in the past, you may have justified it in the past, but if you realize the application of cause, not cause and effect, but cause as effect, and you keep having the same experience, maybe it's because you keep setting the same cause in motion. Change your thinking, change your life, change your cause thinking. Change your cause, change your effect. Why? Because your cause is your effect. Now, what if you realize that God's thinking as you heals all incorrect thought? Then you begin to realize that, again, you're not limited by illness of any form, that if it knows not in your consciousness, then it knows in truth that it cannot be in truth. Why? Because you and I and everyone, everywhere, we are all spiritual creations. Therefore, we're perfect in truth. Now, what if tonight, make it worth your time for tuning into this, what if you could let go tonight and know you know that all erroneous causation in your thinking is now eliminated by the action of truth, which is always correct in what? In its conclusions. Your erroneous thinking. I recommend my friend Dr. Wayne Dyer, who actually helped me and Reverend Maxine Kay, Reverend Dr. Maxine Kay, when we were both starting our work here in Northern California. We had Dr. Dyer. Here it was right after he wrote Your Erroneous Zones. What a great experience it was. And what a great book that is. If you haven't had the opportunity to embody the magnificence in that great book by Dr. Wayne Dyer, get the book. And if you have read it years ago, go back and re-experience it again. That's the great thing about metaphysical writing, however it is approached, is that it always reads like it was written this morning. So, Dr. Wayne Dyer's book, Your Erroneous Zones. Anyhow, great book. What a great man. What a great teacher he was. And what a great experience in my life to be able to call him friend. We had the opportunity to, or I had the opportunity to be the master of ceremonies and speaker at some conferences that we did together along with some other wonderful teachers. Miss him a great deal. But if you haven't discovered the genius of Wayne Dyer, see the original material that he produced. And I know from my conversation with him the time and focus he spent in creating that first wonderful book, Your Erroneous Zones. Get it and apply what you learn from it. And if you do, you're going to discover that erroneous thinking, what we're eliminating is false speculation. False speculation about illness and its possible consequence, false speculation about any negative expectation. How do you free yourself from it? You do it by allowing yourself to know that your source is within you and around you. You move it from you. You move from it, through it, to it. Its perfect action in you and through you is you. You are the health, which is God. You are the love, which is God. You are the joy, which is God. You are the intelligence, which is God. This is correct thinking. And correct thinking, my friend, heals you of all that is unlike the truth of you. So this evening, make it worthwhile your time for tuning into this. I appreciate you being here. And know tonight that you are free from all negative possibilities of trouble, doubt, fear. That the ever-renewing life of spirit maintains you in well-being and effective living. Know tonight, as never before, that you are able to function well and free. That you're free to have peace of mind right now. Know, and know you know that you are secure in living. That's the truth of you. Let your consciousness, let your consciousness right now, this moment, tonight, give you healthy ideas to do what? To use for richer living. It's good enough to be true, and it's good enough to be you. Namaste. Thank you so much for tuning in this wonderful Wednesday. And as we move into this portion of tonight's lesson, I want to extend a request. We have not been able to function fully in our center now for going on 20 months. We bless you and we thank each and every one of you who have donated to the Tri-City Religious Science Center. We're asking you now, and we're blessing you for doing it, for your love and your support. Whether it's $1 or $1 million, we bless each and every one of you. And we'll put on the screen everything you need to know to contact us and to send a love offering that we certainly will accept with love. We're asking you for it, and we are doing this from a sense of fulfillment. Blessed is the gift, behind the gift is the giver, and behind the giver is God. And so is our blessing and our love offering blessing. And now let's have a closing spiritual mind treatment. I know right now there's one life, it's God. It's my life, it's your life. And as I speak my word in first person, join with me in your heart and mind. As I know right now that the love that created me out of itself is the intelligence and the healing power of anything that needs to change for the better. As physical health, as financial health, as relationship health. This is true in everyone listening to these words. For we know in truth there is one life, it's God, it is our life, and as we release this treatment, and treatment for our world, we remember in our heart and mind all involved in 9/11 20 years ago. We know loving hands meet everyone who perished. We bless their families with love and everything that has happened over the past 20 years. And whatever needs to change in the heart and mind of the world for greater good to come forth. Let there be peace on earth. Let it begin with me. This is true for me and you. And we give thanks. So we let it be, and so it is, was, and shall be in the now of forever. So it is. Thank you so much for being with me tonight. Namaste. Bless you. And thank you for your love and support.